I don't really agree that normal people don't care about some of those issues. I mean, maybe fair enough on Ross Ulbricht. That's pretty niche. But like in terms of just basic truth about what is going on in the government, the secret stuff that everybody wants to know about.
Nobody cares about.
I don't agree, man.
But it's a fact.
It's not.
It's a literal fact.
Okay.
All the polling shows that is what it is.
Like you will not be able to walk up to the average person and say, "Do you care about the CIA?" They'll go, "What do you mean?"
I mean, hundreds of millions of people have crypto, and they're happy that he's pushing for
not hundreds of millions of Americans. What percentage of Americans?
A lot, tens of millions.
But you're talking about a financial regulatory issue that comes down to members of Congress. People don't care. They're going to ask the single issue right now for everybody is immigration. That's the largest single issue, followed by economy in general. Why is it hard for me to buy bread and milk? And if you go, I mean, dude, I'll bet you $100 right now that if we go to a grocery store right now and just walk up to some random people and say, what's the most pressing issue for you in this election? They're not going to say the secret workings of the government.
Fair enough. The economy is
But I'm not even talking about immigration, abortion. Israel's going to rank higher than that. And then you might argue like, well, isn't that stuff tied to foreign policy? And they'll be like, sure, I guess. They're going to say, I want a ceasefire. Or they're going to say, this is ridiculous. We got to support Israel. And then you're going to be like, what about the CIA and the secret government? They're gonna say, I don't care. Don't care what that is.
Yeah, but I think, I don't know. I don't agree. I think people do want to hear the secret truth of what's going on. And I think that it's just this lingering feeling, this uncomfortable idea that, there's just kind of the shadow government that is running and they want to know what's really going on. I think it's becoming much more of a mainstream.
Bro, if you drove your car 10 minutes up the road and walked into like Dairy Queen and said, do you want to know the secrets about the inner workings of the government? They're going to go, the what?
I don't agree, man. People have, streaming services. They watch crazy videos. Everybody's into this stuff.
Yeah, but not what you're describing. What you're talking about is this amalgam of chaotic conspiracy ideas that exist in various forms, where you say, do you want to know the secrets of the government? And they're thinking aliens in the pyramid, and you're thinking the CIA and Julian Assange.
Yeah, but
I'm saying if you go to someone and say,
no, I'm thinking aliens. I think that that's a totally valid issue that people like.
Right. The subject of the story that we're talking about is election interference criminal cases in Georgia and whether or not Donald Trump's going to go to jail.
I think a lot of. All right, fair enough. But in that is absolutely a key thing, which, is causing mass donations to his campaign. And everybody's very excited about it for various reasons on both sides. But, I don't know. I just think that the best candidate for president is the one who speaks the most truth.
What kind of numbers do you think of like people generally pay attention to politics on a regular basis? Like daily consumers, right? They're going to something every day in America that,
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like a topic like UFOs is way more mass appealing than boring politics.
Well, the reason I say that is because we're talking about in the context of the election. So that's why I was asking about
the people who care about UFOs aren't voting.
That's not true.
It is generally true, right? So voter turnout is like 50 some odd %.
Okay.
Right. The majority of people, the average person, does not go out and vote. The average person might watch a Joe Rogan and want to hear about Bigfoot. They're not going and voting for Bigfoot as an issue. And most of those people aren't voting at all.
I mean, if it gets spoken about on the debate stage or in any major context, then it can become a voting issue.
I think the one thing that might is Epstein. But then we're talking about a guy who was actually a criminal, high profile, working with government agencies, and died under mysterious circumstances.
If we didn't,
that permeates the average person.
I think if we didn't have the inflation that we had in the past year, 2 years or so, I think you guys might be onto something. But I think that right now, the major topic on everybody's mind is the economy.
Well, that's
the fact.
for sure.
But again, the largest single issue is immigration, followed by the economy. And I'm saying the only. So I don't know what you're implying there, Phil, because I'm disagreeing with his idea that people care about those things. People care about immigration, the economy, and then you go down the list, and it's like the cost of rent, the price of houses, abortion, Israel, Palestine, foreign policy.
But even if you go down that list,
conspiracy stuff doesn't even crack the top 30, probably.
yeah. But even as you go down that list, like 3 of the top 5 are economic. Inflation, the cost of gas and stuff. But the point being, yes, I do agree. I think that, and the reason that I'm saying this, or the reason that I'm trying to make this point, is because honestly, it's super depressing to me when I think about it. I do not have a very, I think there are a vanishingly few amount of people that actually care and actually pay attention to regularly, and of even fewer people that know what they're talking about when you actually present them with like, hey, what do you think of this topic? So